Lonyezies, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be comparing the Tarte Shape Tape versus the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I just recently got this concealer last weekend and I reviewed, well, I did a first impression on it on my testing a bunch of new makeup. If you haven't seen that video, I'll have it listed at the end of this video, so make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video so you see it. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed this concealer. The only downfall I had was that it dried really quickly, so if you're trying to contour while also highlighting and you mark up your face, you know, all at one time, it's gonna pretty much be dry by the time you get to it. At least that was my experience. But, you know, nonetheless, I really enjoyed this concealer. It did, however, dry down to a more matte, non-tacky finish, unlike the Tarte Shape Tape. So that is one difference that I've noticed so far, but I wanted to just apply it underneath of my under eye to kind of do like a battle video, like I did my Battle of the Concealers video. If you haven't seen that one, I will have the high-end and the drugstore version listed down below. That is one of my most popular videos by far, and you guys pretty much liked it. So I am going to do one eye and pretty much talk you through my thoughts and everything. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video, then please keep on watching. Also, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I forgot to ask you to do that. But this is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is what it looks like. I'm sure everyone already knows what it looks like. It is in the shade Deep. So this shade is light enough to be used as a highlight for me. The wand is also quite large on this concealer, which I really love, especially because I like to highlight and not really conceal. So for this, I'm just gonna apply it underneath of the eye. And I have no foundation, no primer, no nothing on. This is just directly to my bare face, which is how I like to do these battle videos. So that way you see what it covers up. I don't have very much problematic areas underneath of my eye. Like I don't suffer from dark under eye or hyperpigmentation or anything under there, so not too bad. But I'm gonna blend it out with one side of this beauty blender. And this was one of my top concealers. It is full coverage. It covers everything, and it's also lightweight. It's not as lightweight as the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. That is the ultimate lightweight concealer. But it's lightweight to the point where it doesn't feel heavy under the eyes. This covers pretty well. It gives me a nice awake look. So if I wanted to do something like highlight under my eyes, set it, and then powder the rest of my skin for a more natural looking look, that would be very doable. It just blends into the skin and just melts in and just looks beautiful. It looks really good, you guys. I have no complaints about this concealer. As I've mentioned, it's one of my top concealers. Now, as far as the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, this is what it looks like. This is in the shade C13, so pretty close to Deep in Tarte, if you have the Tarte. This I would like a shade lighter because C12 and C13, C12 is way too light. That's more so for a medium to tan skin tone, and probably about an NC 35 NC40 skin tone, and the C13 is a little bit more for my skin tone and darker, but I just like it a little bit lighter. You guys know I like a brighter concealer. This wand, however, is pretty much just as large as the Tarte Shape Tape's concealer. The wand is shorter, but the actual doe foot applicator is just as large. I will actually put them two together so you guys can see the difference of the two. So the Tarte Shape Tape is just a smidge like larger, but it's just pretty much just as simple. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here as I did over there. You get a lot more concealer on this wand than you do the Tarte Shape Tape, or maybe it's just mine because I've had this for quite some time, my Tarte Shape Tape for quite some time. I'm gonna blend it out. Now, I can feel right away blending this one out versus the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is a lot more, it kind of feels like a cream to matte consistency. Like the Mon foundation I used to use about 2-3 years ago, it was a cream to powder foundation, and that is what this kind of feels like. This is way closer to my skin tone, you guys. As you guys can see, the Tarte Shape Tape is a lot more brightening. It looks a lot more like brighter, and the Makeup Forever, or the Makeup Revolution, blended right into my skin. Like, this is skin tone. Like, it matches my skin tone perfectly, and it blends in, and it's pretty darn matte. Oh, my Tarte Shape Tape has dried down to, wow, that's pretty much matte too. Well, they both kind of dried down, like something that you don't even really have to set, which is really, really, really nice. This side, I'm just really impressed by how much it matches my skin and how much it just looks like I didn't really do anything, you know? And that is, once again, because the shade just is too close to my skin tone. It is something that I would need to go back and get C12 to mix to give me a bright and awake kind of under eye. However, the price difference is pretty astounding. I want to say that the Tarte Shape Tape retails for about $23, $27. So the Tarte Shape Tape is $27 and the Makeup Revolution is $8. So there is about an $9 difference, right? A $19 difference. Let's just forget that even happened, okay? So there is quite the price difference. If I were to recommend one concealer, just based off of the pure fact of just the price, pretty much, you're getting a bang for your damn buck with this Makeup Revolution. And I am a die-hard Tarte Shape Tape concealer girl, but Tarte Shape Tape is so expensive, and I even hate myself going and buying a $30 concealer that's gonna last me about 2 months. Like, it's very, very, very frustrating. And also another thing is this concealer is $8, so I can go and rack up on a bunch of different shades for my clients, and that just makes me so happy knowing that I can buy so many concealers for different skin tones of my clients and also not break the bank, but also at the same time, it's very, very, very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I love, and I love using on, you know, my clients and everything like that. So I am gonna go with, my winner is definitely the the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C13. Although Makeup Revolution, I need a shade in between. Like, I need like a 12.5, a 13 point, or yeah, 12.5 or 12.75 or something that's not quite 13 but not quite 12, because they're too different, just too far apart. However, thank you guys so much for watching this video. That completes this video. I really enjoy both of the concealers, but the Makeup Revolution's price point is just a way better bang for your buck than the Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm sure you already have Tarte Shape Tape because everyone has Tarte Shape Tape. It's amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all. Make sure you check down below for the other Battle of the Concealers to check out my other 5 high-end and also drugstore concealers, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.